Hi everyone, here we are again. This week, this is the card we're going to make. I call it a double gatefold card. We'll take the belly band off and you'll see why. It pops open and it folds back like so. Oh, let's get it in the picture bit. Okay, very shiny as you can see. The only thing I'm not pleased about is I didn't even think of somewhere to write. I guess you can write over the top of this. So the next card I'm making, I'm going to leave a panel here for writing your message on the inside. So, and it stands up like so, and it looks just beautiful, and a belly band. Now I'm using all retired products because I just need to use up some of my stash. So this is a good way of doing it. That doesn't mean that this can't be done with current products. It just means that I'm using up my old product. Okay, so let's say what we need. We are going to need quite a few bits here. We're going to need, let me get this out of the way. We're going to need a card base that measures 5 7/8 by 8 1/4, and we're going to score that together because there's quite a bit of scoring on it. And then you're going to need 4 pieces of silver foil sheet that measures 5 5/8 by 1 7/8, and 4 pieces of designer series paper that measures 5 3/8 by 1 5/8. Okay, then we're going to need 4 pieces of the foil in that measures 5 5/8 again by 1 1/4 inches, and 4 pieces that measure 5 3/8 by 1 inch in the designer series paper. Again, pop them on one side. Then we're going to need 2 pieces more of the foil that measure 5 5/8 by 7/8 of an inch, and 2 pieces more pieces of the designer paper that measure 5 3/8 by 3/4 of an inch. And then for our belly band, we're going to need a piece that measures 9 1/4 inches by 1 inch. I think I didn't cut this piece, so let's cut this piece while we've got it here. 9 1/4 inches. Oh, there we go. Let's cut that off. Alright, so then we're going to be using our Sweet and Sassy framelits. We're going to use framelit number 3 to 2nd size, the 3rd size and the 4th size. Out of the, I call these the sassy ones because they're like bottoms. So, okay, and I have already done that because I won't bring my big shot in, as you know. So you need 3 in the silver of the 3rd size. You need 2 in the black in the 2nd size, and 1 in the designer series paper in the 2nd size. And then you're going to need 1 in the small size, the 3rd size down in white. Okay, that's that. And then we're going to use the watercolour wings. We're going to use just the die from that for the butterfly, which again I've already cut out, and I've cut him out in the silver. So that's done. And we're going to use the Picture Perfect stamp set, and we're going to just use the Celebrate the Good Stuff, and we're going to actually emboss that. So we might do that first so that that's out of the way. Okay, so let's bring in my bit of paper that I've folded ready to go, and pop our piece of our middle size of our heart on there, and we're going to just make sure that's on, yes. We're going to stamp with our Versamark Celebrate the Good Stuff. If we do this first, it's out of the way, then we know it's done. Oops. And our silver embossing powder. Oh, got a little mark there. Just get that little mark off, and we'll repeat emboss this. Wow, that looks fantastic on that black. It looks absolutely gorgeous. So let's go pop that on one side and we will start our card. So we're going to start with our main card piece, which measures 5 5/8 by 8 1/4, and we're going to score this. We're going to score this on our cutting board because we're going to score this at 2 1/16, which is this tiny little mark just past the 2, the first mark. So we're going to score that there. Doesn't like pushing down very well, does it? And then we're going to score it at 3 5/8. So 3 5/8. I guess I could have used my ball, which probably would have been better. Then we're going to turn it around the opposite way, and we're going to score it exactly the same again. So we've turned it 180 degrees, and we're going to score this at 2 1/16 and 3 5/8. 4 5/8. Okay, so we've got 4 score lines on here. The middle one is about 1 inch, so we're going to fold our first score line on the edge in, and the same on the other side. So we have our gate fold. Then we're going to fold the other one the opposite way, and the other side the opposite way. Oops. So we have our gate fold and our gate fold. Can we see that? So have it like so. It's not very easy to see on the black. So we've done our folding for our card, so we're going to start by doing our silver and DSP. So it's easier for your DSP to stick to the foil if you use something stronger. Now I don't have much except for my advanced tape roller, Scotch one, so I'm going to put a piece down each side, and I'm going to stick these all together. I could have pre-done some of these, I guess, but I didn't think about it. Oops. So how about I turn off, and then I will come back in a moment when I've done all of these. Okay, we're back again. I have actually glued all of these together, and I've actually stuck the ones all on the back. So we're going to just stick the ones on the front together, or the inside of the card. Like so. The large ones on the outside. The next size on the next one in. And the middle one down the middle, the smallest one down the middle. So that's all of our panels onto our card. We're now going to glue our hearts together. So we're going to put our onto our heart. That stuck to my finger. What a silly thing that was. We are going to put our designer one onto the back of this one. And our other black one onto the other one. And then our white one on top of this black one on its own, so that we can got a writing panel. Yay! We have a writing panel this time. So we're going to glue these down the centre here like so. So we're just going to pop these on with a bit of glue down the centre of the heart on an angle. And again the other heart, and that's the card insert done. You will see how they pop up beautifully like so. Okay, so then we're going to just get our board again, and we're going to score our belly band at 3 3/4 and 7 1/16. Fold and burnish that. Oh, glue on my fingers. That looks a bit weird. That doesn't look like it's going to fit around there. I must have measured that wrong somewhere along the line. I will measure it again. So that is, I will have the measurements up on my screen correctly, which is now 3 1/2 and 7 1/2. So that looks a bit better. 3 1/2 and 7 1/2. Don't ask me why I got 3 3/4. Piece of glue on here. Pop the band around the card. That way you know you're not going to get it too tight, because you don't want it so tight that it won't do up. Okay, so that's on the card. Well, it was on the card. Stick down. Pop him on the card. Great. And then we're going to stick our other heart across the middle here. And we're going to pop up our wings a little bit on our butterfly and put a bit of glue on him and glue him on an angle on the front of that. And once we've done that, all we're going to do is we're going to put a few little diamantes on here, and I have some nice clear ones somewhere along the way that are stuck together. So we'll be able to put 5 along there, 4 or 5 of them, and pull the rest off. Oh, get off, get off, get off. There we go. That's this card. I hope you've enjoyed that. Sorry it was a bit of a quick one, but I think it's just gorgeous. It just pops out at you. And now we've got a writing panel. I love it. I love it, I love it, I love it. Okay, bye for now. My battery's flat. Bye.